Coverage of the 2015 ITSF World Cup of Table Soccer continues as we now bring you the final of the Women's World Cup, the team event. Always one of the most exciting formats in the world of table soccer, and there you see, so far, each team has won 2 games. In fact, both teams having won on their home tables as we now turn our attention to a third round singles match between Marina Pol of France on the right side and from Austria, that is Marina Tabakovic. Tabakovic will set up the pull shot on the Bonzini table, and so often with the Austrian players, when they are not on their home table, which of course is the Garlando, they really simplify their games. Of course, they do get experience competing on the other tables because of the various clubs and training centers that exist in both Austria and France. But 2 very good lady players here in this match in a third round, both teams having held on their own tables so far. You play 1 game on each table. This is a new format here this year. Each match consists of only 2 games, 1 on each table. At the end of the 6 scheduled rounds, if the teams are tied, in other words, if both teams have held on their home tables for the entire 6-round match, we then go to a shootout. The penalty kicks, if you will, which they use, of course, in soccer. They use it in hockey as well at the end of regulation when it's tied, and we'll see it here this year in both the women's and men's team finals. That one back into the goal. It's 1-0 here in game number 1 for Marina Pol. There you see the referee at the other end of the table keeping an eye on things. That is Franco Lupacella, who is a fairly common visitor to the finals area. One of the world's best officials. 1-0 lead here in this singles match. Each game played to 5. We'll play 1 here on the Bonzini table, then 1 over on the Garlando table. The home table of course, the Austrian team. Tabakovic sets it up and strokes it into the goal with her 2-rod. This is a very, very impressive player. Marina Tabakovic all the way out and in. Of course, Marina Pol, we know, one of the best Bonzini players in the world, and has become a very, very good multi-table player over the last half-decade. 2 of the world's strongest table soccer programs. France, of course, predominantly a Bonzini world in France, but more and more we are seeing multi-table table soccer played in the nation of France. Austria, Garlando, the home table there, very popular. It is the number 1 table by far in Austria, but also the Austrians do love to travel, do love to compete at events on other tables, even as far as going to the United States many times. That one angled into the goal with a left hand beautifully by Marina Pol. Those of you who have not watched a lot of Bonzini table soccer will see that. We'll see a lot of left-handed shooting with the 2 rods. These rods are not counterbalanced. The men are not counterbalanced, so they tend to come down. Makes it difficult to step back there and actually be offensive with the right hand. And, of course, with the right hand in that forward zone, you also have the opportunity to pick up that loose ball. But you'll see players who are very good shooting the ball with the 2-rod. But, of course, you see Marina Pol's right hand up there ready to grab it if it should come that way. That one went back towards her goal. Grabbed here again by Pol. Now, was a pass attempt to the 3-rod. Marina Pol up 2-1 here in game number 1 of 2. So far, in both the opening doubles matches, Poitevin and Huao versus Rohr and France in the very first round, both teams won on their home table. Then, former world champion Anais Noel, her partner Malika Sunucci, won on their home table, as did Sofia Jobstman and Susanna Soviats. So we're in the third round, and we're even. Both of the first 2 matches have been ties. Here's Pole looking for a 3-1 lead. But Tabakovic is there to make the block and then grab it on her 5. Marina, a very experienced player out of Austria and a player who has become truly one of their best players. And that one dropping in. So Marina Pole up 3-1 here in game number 1. That one bounced into the goal with a 5 by Tabakovic. It's 3-2. That one towards the goal, kept out, and picked up with a left hand here by Marina Tabakovic of Austria. She's had some success with a pull shot. She has a very good pull shot on Garlando, as we will see when we head over there for the second game. In fact, she plays a pretty solid Bonzini game, and you would think that perhaps Tabakovic might have the slight advantage, but she's down 4-1. I mean, the slight advantage on the opponent's table. She's going to have a huge advantage on her home table, but right now, Tabakovic down 4-1 here in game number 1 on the Bonzini table. That's always been the key in these multi-table events, is to make sure you hold on your home table, make sure you win every game on your home table, and then try to steal one. And at some point, you do have to steal a game on the opponent's table, or in the shootout, you have to score and block. And we'll talk more about that in the penalty round when we do get to it, and if we get to it. It'll only happen if we're tied at the end of regulation. And we are tied right now. We are in the third round, a singles match. Tabakovic on the left, Pole on the right. She leads 4-1. Using the left hand up the table, angles off the man and in. So Marina Pole holds on her table and will head across the arena. As you see here, I believe this was a pass that turned into a score. So back over to Garlando we go. Marina Tabakovic, one of the best lady Garlando players in the world, will put it into play, opening up game number 2. Very, very different table. In fact, when you're talking about the 5 international official tables, the ITSF 5, these two, the Garlando and the Bonzini, might be the most different. And you see that snake shot to the near corner here by Tabakovic, and she has given her team, rather she has given herself, the early lead here in game number 2. And steals it away here. Setting up the snake shot. Try to come near side, blocked and taken away by Pole. Probably 10 years ago, you could have looked at French players in general, the French national team, men and women's, and they were very strong Bonzini players, but not real great on the other tables, and that often cost them in team events and world championship events. But over the last decade, as again, Tabakovic this time from goal with a tic-tac pull kick, makes it 2-0. But there has been a concerted effort in the nation of France to develop multi-table players, and we're seeing it more and more with certainly these ladies on the French national team and players like Dos Santos and Yousfi and others. Mekis. And coming back to the far side, Pole, who does show that she has some Garlando experience, now cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1. Pass along that near wall by Tabakovic. Again, Marina will set up the snake shot. And try to come near side, taken away here by Pole. Who will be the first to break? Who will win on the opponent's table? That's always the big question in these national team events. Pole couldn't grab that one. It's going to roll to the 5-rod of Tabakovic, who will look to advance it here. Marina can't hold on to the pass. Picked up with a left hand by Pole, who sends it with a left hand and then grabs it on the 5. Now stepping into the forward position, Marina Pole will look to advance it, but she loses it back to Tabakovic. And Marina versus Marina. Fires it home near side. And the Austrian ladies celebrate a 3-1 lead here in game number 2. Marina Pohl looking up at the official, thought there might have been a jar in there as she lost it off her 5. Now she's back entirely in defensive position against the 2-rod of Tabakovic. Marina fires that one on goal. Again, the pull kick. Is that one going to roll back to her? No, it's going to roll to a stop. Ball put back into play by France's Marina Pohl. It's Austria versus France for the 2015 Women's World Cup Championship. That one off the corner and in, so Marina Pohl again able to cut the lead to 1. Tabakovic tried to brush that one down, then does poke it through. Tabakovic will set up her snake shot, looking for a 4-2 lead. As she sets it just a little bit to the far side, then strokes it home. Tabakovic has given herself the lead at 4-2 now here in this second game of this third round, but back comes Pohl, who is finding ways to score. She has 1 from the 3, 1 from her 2-rod, and that one from the 5. It's now 4-3, and Tabakovic can't hold on to it here. And we're going to get a jar call. That one's going to be awarded to the 5 by Franca Lupacella. Marina Pohl, I think, thought she had deserved a call a little earlier on, so wasn't real pleased about giving that one up. And now Tabakovic, able to pass it along the near wall, will step away and call timeout with a chance to win this second game on her home table. You see the great world champion Verena Rohr right there in the middle, multi-world champion, probably the greatest player, lady player that Austria has ever produced. But also, I think when you're putting together your top 5 or 10 lady players of all time everywhere, she's going to be on that list as well. And we're going to get a chance to see her in doubles coming up here in a couple of rounds. Next up will be Estelle Jacot of France versus Karen Schur of Austria. And there's Tabakovic, has her shot blocked, and then all the way back the other end and in. Watch this. The shot attempt off the corner and then banks back in her own goal. It's 4-4, and Marina Pohl threatening to steal one here on the Garlando table. Huge pressure on Tabakovic here, and she is able to pick it up off that back wall. She'll set it up looking to win this second game. Big possession here for Marina Tabakovic, who strokes it home near side. And that second game, of course, it's win by 2. It is win by 2 in every game that is played, because we are not going the usual 2 out of 3. It's different this year. We played 2 games. That's it. Tabakovic up 6-5 right now. That shot attempt up the middle on goal, then sent wide of the goal with a 5 by Marina Tabakovic, and picked up here by Marina Pohl. She has just found ways to score, and of course she caught a break at 4-3 when Tabakovic banked that one back in to her own goal. But Pohl, very scrappy and very talented, one of the most successful players in the history of ladies table soccer, certainly in the nation of France, but very good internationally as well, and has had some success at this event. Shot just wide of the goal, and then knocked in by Pohl. It's 5-5. Rather 6. No, it's 5-5. 5-5 is the score. Again, it's win by 2 with a ceiling of 8. Tabakovic had a shot to win it and had it go back in her own goal. What a tough break. And now Marina Pohl, who is fighting and scrapping for everything, and she now has the lead. And we'll call timeout. Watch this as she brings it over, comes back with a push shot solidly to the long hole to the back of the goal. Great play by Marina Pol, and she has a match point. Tabakovic, trailing 6-5, will set up her snake shot. And stroke it home. Big shot there by Tabakovic to make it 6-6. It's now a race to 8. That one towards the goal with a left hand by Pol. Sent back the other way and then grabbed off the back wall. Tabakovic using her left hand on her 2-rod and then the right hand to catch it. And she'll look for the lead. Marina Tabakovic strokes it home. It's game point for Tabakovic, who now leads 7-6. So important to hold on your home table. The pressure has been firmly placed on the shoulders of Tabakovic, especially when she was down 6-5. Because then all France would have had to do, if Pol could pull this one out, all they would have to do is win on the Bonzini table. That's it. Tabakovic tried to send this one up, and without the hand being on the rod, apparently hitting the head of the man, and then Pol loses it back to Tabakovic. Marina brings it back down the middle, and it wasn't easy, but Marina Tabakovic holds on her home table. We've now played 3 rounds, and we're even up. Next round, we'll head to another singles match. Watch this first as Tabakovic brings it over, waits, and then drills the push shot. Tabakovic really responded well. All right, here we go. That is Karen Schur on the left side representing Austria. And, of course, on the right, truly one of the great ladies in the history of French table soccer and European table soccer. That is Estelle Jacot. Jacot on the right, Schur on the left. Will start off this match on the Garlando table. Still 2 doubles matches remaining after this one. And if we're still tied, we will then go into the penalty round. Teams are asked to submit a roster of 5 players who will go into that shootout. Again, if we get that far, we'll explain it. Schur, of course, with the advantage here on the Garlando table. And intercepted here by Jacot. Estelle will shoot the pin shot and lose it. Pressure-packed new format. This is the first year for this particular format of playing only the 2 games per match, and also incorporating the penalty round, the shootout. And Jacot on the scoreboard first on the Garlando table as she fires home that pull kick. Karen Schur looking to pass along the wall, but it's Jacot who had it, then loses it. And she's going to shoot a standard pin shot, is Schur. But Jacot there to take it away and send it back the other way. Schur with a left hand back there, holds on to it. It's the Women's World Cup final. The nations event here at the 2015 World Cup in Torino, Italy. I'm Jim Stevens here with Kazum Productions and the International Table Soccer Federation to bring you great table soccer action for the first time from Italy, at least in the World Cup sense. For several years in the mid-1990s, the World Championships, the ITSF World Championships, were held 100 kilometers north of here or so in St. Vincent. Tied up at 1 here on this in this first game on the Garlando table. Shooting a snake shot here is Jacot and stroking it home. Again, reflecting the focus on multi-table table soccer in France. Jacot, a renowned pin shooter on the Bonzini table, knows that probably on the Garlando table, if you can do it, the snake shot is the better option. It is a very good snake shooting table. It's also a very good table from goal when shooting, and you see Jacot getting the left hand back there to keep that one out. 2-1 lead for Estelle Jacot here on the Garlando table. This is a 4th round singles match. And stroking it home here is Jacot. She's up 3-1. And in great position to potentially win a game on the opponent's table. But sure, with a big effort here. It's now 3-2. But this would be a huge break for the French ladies if Estelle could hold on to this lead. She's up 3-2. As Sure will set up a pull shot. Bring that one across on goal. Blocked by Jacot. And Estelle back there to retrieve it. Sends it along that inside wall. Sure now in possession in her goal area. Puts a push shot down the middle. And Jacot able to pick it up on her 3-rod. Estelle holds on to it. Sets up her snake. And strokes it home. A break point here for Estelle Jacot on the opponent's home table. She's up 4-2. Back on goal and picked up here by Sure. That one threatening to roll behind her, but it rolls to a dead stop instead. Referee Franco Lupacella helps Karen Sure put the ball back into play. Pull shot here. Boy, a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Karen Sure right now. She's down 4-2. And a win on the opponent's table in this format is huge. And Estelle off the back pin knocks it in. And we head back over to the Bonzini table with Estelle Jacot finally breaking through for Team France with a win. Watch this. Just a simple play up the middle there. Then Estelle's going to grab it on the back pin and send it in. Karen Sure with all the pressure now. And Estelle Jacot, a multi-world champion on the Bonzini table, will put it into play. She's got the huge advantage on this table. What a performance by Estelle in that opening game on the Garlando table. And firing this one home, she's up 1-0. Next up, we would have Anaïs Noël and Marina Pol of France going up against the great Farina Rohr and Sophia Jobstmann. Sure picks this one up. Now, the one thing about Karen Sure, she does have a good standard front pin series, and she'll show it to you here. But she swings, misses, and loses the ball. Sent up with the left hand, and then again towards the goal by Jacot, picked up here by Sure. The French ladies in control right now. All they have to do for the remainder of the match is win their home games, win the games on the Bonzini table. If they do that, they're going to be the world champions. And stroking it home here is Jacot. It's 2-0. Estelle Jacot with a huge steal on the Garlando table has put the French in position to potentially win this match. They're going to need a steal. The Austrians are going to have a steal. And certainly they've got two very good doubles teams coming up. When you have players like Rohr and Tabakovic, you are going to be in pretty good shape even on the opponent's home table. But right now, Estelle Jacot is in pretty good shape, leading 3-0 on her home table. Chipped up here. Estelle angles that one in. Really showing you everything right now. Estelle Jacot up 4-0. It is match point for Jacot. Sure, able to fire that one into the goal. It's now 4-1 in favor of Jacot. But she has the opportunity here to put the French in tremendous position. If she can win here on her home table, and she has an opportunity to do that right here as she sets it up. Walks it around and hammers it home to the far side. What a huge win for Team France as Estelle Jacot defeats Karen Sure on both tables, and the French are now leading 5-3. Watch here as Estelle, feeling confident on her home table, waits and then drills it to that far corner. Next up, it will be doubles, and we'll start off on the Bonzini table. That's Marina Pol in the forward position on the right. Anais Noel at goal. Of course, they are interchangeable. Both very good forwards, very good goalies, both very good on the Bonzini table. And on the left, starting in the forward position, Sofia Jobstmann. And at goal, one of the great lady players in the history of table soccer, that's Verena Rohr. We'll see Verena in the forward position on the Garlando table, but it's Jobstmann starting off here on Bonzini. And Sophie likes to shoot a pull shot on the Bonzini table. As she sets it up and fires it home, it's 1-0. So a huge game here. Former world champions, 2013 world champions, Rohr and Jobstmann, have an opportunity to do what Estelle Jacquot did in that previous singles match, and that is to win on the opponent's home table. It's a very good team. Of course, they're going up against a great Bonzini team, so it's not going to be easy. But anytime you have this lady, Verena Rohr, on your side, you're in pretty good shape. But there is Pol stroking it home and then screaming after the ball. Again, reflecting the intensity of this format and this event. Jobstmann. Can't connect. It comes back to Noel, a very good shooter back here. Anais. Hustling defense owned by Sofia Jobstmann, but it's Verena Rohr who now has possession of it. Her shot up the middle towards the goal. Rebound comes back to Pol. Marina Pol will shoot for the lead. Setting it up on that far side. Tried to take it out to the near side, but again, Rohr, who is just so quick, makes the stop. While Jobstmann is a good player in the forward position on Bonzini. We saw that in an earlier match. She is capable of passing it and shooting her pull shot. But you also get Rohr back there defending against the great lady forwards from France, and she's a very good defender, although that quick shot there by Pol now gives France the lead at 2-1. But the Austrians need a break. They need to win at least one game on the Bonzini table now in order to have a chance. If they do not, France will be crowned as the 2015 champion. It's as simple as that. And Marina Pol with another possession here. The problem with the defense that Verena Rohr is showing is the dead man near corner is there. Of course, you've got to be able to hit it. But the dead man on the Bonzini table, much larger than on any other. Big steal and possession here for Jobstmann, who again will set up her pull shot. Important for Sophia, I think, to take her time here, which she does. That shot attempt blocked by Noel. Back to Jobstmann. That rolling pull shot on Anais is there. Of course, we've talked about it over the years. The big shot on this table for a pull shooter is the split. But the French have grown to realize that as well. And they have become better and better as years have gone by in defending against the pull shot. Noel. Angling effort just to clear it, to get it to Pol. And Rohr has some difficulty with it and turns it over. Pol looks for a 3-1 lead. She again sets it up on that far side. Has a little cut angle if she needs it. Tried to come back to that far corner. Right now, Rohr just daring her. And then there's Verena scooping it into the goal to make it 2-2. Big play by the great Verena Rohr. But you'll see here, the key here is that Pol has to be able to hit that dead man. And she certainly can. You can see how big it is. And there it is. It's 3-2. And that's all Rohr is giving her with that defense. If you can hit it, go ahead and hit it, Marina, is what Verena is saying to her. I'm going to take away the straight. I'm going to take away the cut angle. I'm going to take away that comeback to the far side. Trailing 3-2, Sofia Jobstmann now will set up her pull shot, and Jobstmann will look to tie it at 3. I want to look at the straight here, and she does go inside, and we are tied at 3. Three goals apiece in a huge, huge game for the Austrian team. They'll have only one other chance after this, another doubles match, to steal one on Bonzini. And that's, of course, considering the fact that they also have to win on their home table. That defense that Verena Rohr is showing is not a defense you see a lot of on the Bonzini table. But psychologically, she has gotten inside Pohl's head a little bit, but Pohl gets inside the goal here and she knocks it in with her 5. Sophia Jobsman will put the ball into play on her 5-rod. 4-3 lead for the French. Every game they win on their home table brings them one step closer. And knowing how important this possession is, Sophia Jobsman will call timeout and head over and have a talk with her teammates. The French ladies, supported by some of the French men sitting behind them, know that they are getting close to a potential World Cup championship. Sophia Jobsman will step back to the table with possession of the ball on her 3-rod, and she'll have a chance to tie it up at 4 and send this game into overtime. Jobsman comes around with that John Wayne, blocked away, but comes back to Sophie. Jobsman again. Goes inside, squaring off that pull shot to tie it at 4. 4-4 here in the first game. Remember, it is win by 2 with a ceiling of 8, and this one stolen away by Jobsman. And then she loses it back to the 3-rod of Pohl. A lot of pressure, a lot of nerves on the table, understandably. Pohl, will she look at the dead man near side? It's there if she wants it. No, instead she cuts it down the middle. What a beautiful shot there by Pohl, and she turns around and recognizes someone on the French team bench who apparently suggested that option to her. Game point for the French ladies. And Anaïs Noël has possession of the ball. Sends that one up the middle, and Pohl grabs it, sets it up, and looks for a first-game victory. But Verena Rohr there to make the block. Rebound comes back to Pohl, who will slow it down a little bit here. Tried to come out to the far side, rather near side with that pin shot. Rohr was there. Pohl needs to take it a little bit longer, and perhaps Verena Rohr has some information that tells her that Marina doesn't have the super long one, and there's Rohr again from goal as she angles it in. It's 5-5. Huge shot by the multi-world champion, Verena Rohr. 5-5 here in this opening game. Pohl's going to get another possession. And you see that reverse defense of Rohr. Pohl tried to take it out to the near side all the way, but again, you can see she is not squaring it dead man. Rohr, this time though, she does get it out there. Didn't take a lot of time, but really got it out an extra centimeter or so, knocking it into that near corner. And again, it's game point for the French. They're up 6-5, and they're going to call timeout. She got it and went with it pretty quick. And she got that one out there. Six-5 lead for the French, as Jobsman will put it into play on her 5-rod. Goes through the lane. She can tie it at 6, and she has shot it pretty well so far. We have not seen the big long from her, but she has gone inside fairly consistently. That one lost away and then sent to the 3-rod of Marina Pohl. Pohl can win this opening game. Marina Tried to go inside. Rower not giving her the straight, and there was a time call. Time call, and the ball will stay back with Rower. Marina Pol taking just a little bit too much time before shooting it, and of course Rower blocked it anyway. Marina putting it into play, and she has been a big part of the Austrian effort in this match, as she has scored a couple of times. Anais Noel able to capture the ball. Banked off the inside wall and then sent back to Rohr. Farina puts that one on goal, and Jobsman grabs the rebound. Sophie tried to come back with that short side dink. Blocked by Noel. Pol can't grab it. Rohr. And stolen away by Pol. The pressure really on the Austrians. They know that they have to win at least one game on Bonzini, and this is an opportunity here. They'll have only one other, and they're only going to have that one other opportunity. As Marina Pol able to fire that one home into the goal. Watch here, she brings it just a little bit one way, and then back with an angling effort down the middle. Over to the Garlando table we go, and moving into the forward position on the left side is Farina Rohr. Perhaps the greatest Lady Garlando player of all time. In fact, I'm quite certain that she would be considered just that. And one of the best all-around players in the history of European table soccer as well, of multi-table players of table soccer, with more than one world championship. So Jobsman at goal, Rower at forward on the left, and again it's Marina Pol at forward on the right side. Anais Noel in the goalie position. And Rower will shoot her snake, and she'll score it. It's 2-0. Well, the Austrian ladies are not going to get too happy about it. They're going to take care of business on this table, I would have to think. They have the huge advantage on the Garlando table. And Rower can make it 3-0 here. Well, that's not good enough, unfortunately, as they also need to win a game on Bonzini now. The hero of the match so far is Estelle Jacot. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Austrians. And the French ladies not looking too worried about it because they know they have that steal in hand. That break, the game won by Jacot on the Garlando table. And that very well could end up being the difference. In fact, it probably will be. Unless somehow in the next match, Marina Tabakovic and Karen Schur of Austria can win a game on Bonzini. Jobsman will put the ball back into play. Sends it along the outside wall. Sophie again with a shot down the middle. Picked up here by Noel and then sent back the other way. Sophia Jobsman in possession of it. Shot down the middle and grabbed by Rohr, who can make it 4-0. But get another chance here as that one got away from her. Farina tried to come near side. Nice switch and block by Noel up into the air and off the table. Three-0 lead. Pol will get an opportunity here. And Marina finds the hole back down the middle. It's 3-1. Rower able to scoop this one through to her 3-rod. And stroke it home. It's game point for the Austrians. Coming up next, Estelle Jacot, the hero of the match so far, and her partner Malika Sunucci will face Marina Tabakovic and Karen Schur. Rower can put it away right here. That shot attempt far side block comes back to Farina Rower. Oh, beautiful pass there. She looped around it, then set it along the wall. Sets it up, strokes it home. So the second game goes to Verena Rohr and Sophia Jobsmann. But the Austrians still in trouble, still need to win the Bonzini leg in this next doubles match. It will be up to Tabakovic and Schur. Here's the final effort of Verena Rohr and Sophia Jobsmann's win on the Garlando table. One match remaining in regulation, and there you see Estelle Jacot at forward, Malika Sunucci at goal. They're on the right. On the left side of your screen, Marina Tabakovic in the forward position, Karen Schur at goal. The Austrians, of course, must win on their home table to have any chance, and then would have to also win on the Bonzini table when we head over there. Tabakovic puts it into play here on her 5-rod. Scooped up here by Sunucci. Malika will put the ball back into play. Comes with a push kick, stabbed forward and grabbed by Jacot. And we've already seen that she shoots it pretty well on here. Going with a standard pin shot here, however. And finds the near corner. It's 1-0. By the way, folks, if Estelle Jacot and Malika Sunucci win this game on the Garlando table, France wins the World Cup. Every possession so important. Tabakovic, and you see Sunucci right there with her head right almost on the table. It's 1-1 now as Tabakovic is able to fire that one home. Watch here. You see the defense, and you see the shot there. 1-1 here in the first game of this final round doubles match. Karen Schur trying to pass it along the outside wall. It does get through to Tabakovic. Sunucci really doesn't give us a great view of the shot, does she? She gets right back behind. Very colorful player. Very involved in the game. Very intense. Sunucci puts a couple of shots towards the goal. Picked up here by Schur. 1-1 score. It is the Austrians' home table, but it's also a game they have to win. And Jacot will pick it up, and she's going to go back to the snake shot here. She scored the standard front pin last time, and now scores a snake. Estelle Jacot, who has looked comfortable on the Garlando table all match long, has given her team a 2-1 lead. And again, it's a game that if the French win, they win the championship. Oh, Tabakovic with a big left hook here. It's 2-2. Marina able to get a man on this one. That's going to roll to a dead stop. Estelle Jacot will put it back into play on her 5. Pass attempt here. Comes back to Schur. Sunucci. Malika Sunucci. A lot of time here. And that one's stolen away by Tabakovic. So again, we'll set it up, we think. Oh, there we go. And stroke it home. It's 3-2. Thanks to the Kazum crew for giving us the overhead view. Otherwise, that ball is behind Sunucci's head. And right now it's 3-2 in favor of the Austrians. But Jacot able to get this one through. She's 2 for 2 shooting so far. Estelle. This time it goes wide of the goal. Picked up by Schur. And Tabakovic able to pick this one up. And stroke it home. It's game point for the Austrians. They're up 4-2. That one sent back the other way and somehow into the goal. It's now 4-3. A break for the French ladies. They're still down by a goal, however, as Tabakovic puts it into play. Marina has that one blocked. Comes back to Schur. Karen Schur fires that one down the table. Malika there to take it away. Then politely steps back from the table so we can see the ball. Nice save there by Sanucci. Malika, a very animated player. Looked up there. And now we'll look at Tabakovic as she attempts to win this first game. Marina takes her time and calls time out. The Austrians, of course, have to win this game, but then we'll head over the Bonzini table, and if the French win, they win the championship. If the Austrians win, we go into the penalty phase. But first of all, Tabakovic and Schur have some work to do here in this opening game. Marina Tabakovic puts it into play. Sets it up in snake shot position. Has that one blocked and taken away by Sanucci. Ball will be put back into play by Malika after it rolled to a stop. Game point for the Austrians. They're up 4-3 here in this opening game. Malika again taking a lot of time. Fires that one just wide of the goal. Schur able to grab it and set up her pull shot. That one up the table. Still Jacot retrieves it on her 5, then turns it over. And then Tabakovic hands it to Jacot on her 3-rod. Estelle has that one blocked by Schur. Comes back to Jacot, who will again shoot the standard front pin and somehow get that one through and in. And suddenly it's 4-4. It is win by 2. Nothing phases Estelle Jacot. She has seen it all. She is one of the most experienced players in European table soccer. And steals it away here, but can't quite grab it on the 3-rod, so Schur will put it back into play. The French with an opportunity to steal on the Austrian home table. And Jacot has it on her 5. Estelle's pass. Schur able to grab it. And Tabakovic able to pick this one up. Shooting for a 5-4 lead. Marina strokes it home. So it's game point again for the Austrians. A 5-4 lead for Tabakovic and Schur. The pass attempt along the wall by Jacot. And Estelle able to pick this one up on her 3-rod. Back to the snake. And back to the back of the goal as well. It's 5-5. What an impressive performance from Estelle Jacot today, particularly on the Garlando table. And she steals it away here. Sends that one just wide of the goal with a 5. Picked up, sent the other way by Schur. Malika Sanucci has possession and sends that one up the table and in. It is World Cup championship point for the ladies from France. And lost here back to Jacot. Estelle Jacot can win it right here. And wouldn't that be appropriate? She has certainly been the hero of the day. That one just wide of the goal, however, and picked up by Schur. The Austrians still alive. That shot towards the goal by Karen. And here's Malika Sanucci, who hit the big shot to give her team the lead. That one up the table and kept out by Schur. Karen Schur with a pull shot. And Estelle Jacot with a possession on her 5-rod. Sure. Fires that one up the table on goal. Sanucci, who has been very good defensively and pretty good offensively as well, gets her partner Jacot a possession, and Estelle will call timeout, step away from the table, knowing that she has an opportunity to win the World Cup title for Team France. Watch it again here, as this was a shot that gave the team the lead. Estelle Jacot will put the ball back into play and look for victory. Estelle from snake shot position. Loses it, resets it, and then fires it home to the far side, and that will do it. Team France has won the 2015 Women's World Cup Championship here in Torino, Italy. What a great performance by all the ladies, but the hero of the day, Estelle Jacot, who was involved with both wins on the opponent's home table to help propel the French ladies to the World Cup title. Here it is, the final effort, as she lost it, got it, and then scored it to win it. And Team France is the champion in 2015.